Hey guys, this is Allison, and today I'm going to be doing my movie review of the movie called Tracers. So I originally did my trailer reaction a while ago, maybe like 2-3 months ago, and I was not the most happy critic, just because it looked really cheesy and just it had this girl who was like, oh, I'm going to dance around, I'll throw my hair around to, fulfill the slutty girl, which I hate that in movies. And so, but this movie changed my mind, and I'm going to tell you why. So this movie stars Taylor Lautner, Maria Avgeropoulos, and it's directed by Daniel Rayner. And so, let me make sure I have his name right. The director, Daniel Ben-Mayer. So he did the movie Paintball as well. One thing that really changed my mind about this movie is that it was a lot more in depth than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was just going to be the simple, I didn't sign up for this, like, cheesy line that we've heard like 1,000 times. But it was more. It was really interesting because I could sympathize with these characters. I could empathize with them. I couldn't understand their struggles, but I understand why they did what they did. So basically, it stars a guy named Cam, who is a bike messenger. He is struggling to survive, and he basically gets into some deep debt with the Chinese mafia. And so he's trying to figure out a way to, get out of debt with the Chinese mafia. And then he is a bike messenger, so basically where they deliver packages. There's no brakes on their bike, so what happens is he runs in. This girl is a parkour artist who's a tracer or a free runner. She basically bumps into him, knocks him off his bike, and that's how they meet. And so it was really interesting. Like, one of the things that I loved about this movie is the action scenes were awesomely shot. It was so cool because there wasn't a lot of shaky cam, so I didn't really get sick. I mean, there was a little bit of shaky cam, but nowhere as near as bad as the Hunger Games was. It was just cool. Like, the camera work was awesome. I loved just seeing the scenery. It was so pretty to see New York and just every side of New York, from Brooklyn to downtown, like every side of it. I just love the cinematography. It was so great. And with this movie where there's so much running and jumping off of things, doing flips and twists and turns and like just so much running, like it would have been really easy just to be like, okay guys, we're just going to do shaky cam the whole time. Let's just run with him. And like, I loved how it wasn't like that. There was some smooth shots. And then there was also like really interesting shots where it felt like the actors were wearing cameras, and so you got to see what it was like with them wearing cameras, them flipping off of buildings, them flipping off of stairs, running downstairs. Well, that was really cool. I got to see like up close and personal view of what they saw. So, anyways, so I don't want to give too much away because it's an awesome movie and you should go check it out. It never came out in theaters. It went straight to DVD, but it actually was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be horrible, and it actually was pretty good. So like I said, it stars Taylor Lautner. He was in the Twilight movies and Abduction. I feel like he's come a long way from Twilight. I don't know. I really sympathize with his character, to how he's trying to do good, and he's a kid who has a good heart and just was trying to save his family and took out some shady loans from some shady people, and it didn't really work out for him. So it was interesting. I really liked it. I feel like he came a long way. And one thing that was really cool is that Taylor Lautner did all of his own stunts. Now, the stuff that happens in this movie is insane. You have people flipping off of buildings, jumping from, like, story to story, like, dropping stories, like, 6 stories, jumping through buildings, glass going everywhere. Like, I know it's not real glass, it's sugar glass or fake glass or plexiglass, but it was just insane the amount of stuff he had to do. Like, I just loved all the training, all the parkour stuff. It was so interesting to me. It was so suspenseful, and like, it was dramatic where it wasn't dramatic in a cheesy way. Like, it was really realistic, and I love that about this movie. Apparently, the stunt guy who did the Bourne movies also did this movie as well, which is so cool because I love the Bourne movies. Okay, so the lead, Nikki, is being played by Maria Avgeropoulos. If you don't know who she is, this is her main role that she kind of broke out into, but her main role now is on The 100 as Octavia Blake. She is so good on The 100, so it was really interesting to see her play something different, where she's not like covered in blood and dirt and like wearing the same clothes every day. It was just so cool to see her as a different person. It was really cool. I sympathize with her because all she wants to do is like protect her older brother, and it was Andrew Miller because as we learn throughout this movie, something's happened to her, and her brother basically commits a crime, and so they're running from the law, and then this other guy's like, here, I'll help you out. Why don't you just join my crew and I'll make everything like disappear? Which, if someone promises to be like the new savior, like, I'll make all your problems go away. Same thing happened with Hitler. I'll make all your problems go away. Stalin, same thing. It's just, they're bad news. And so I really felt for her how she's trying to protect her brother, and also she's in a really rough situation. I mean, she's basically like stuck being with someone's pimp, which is awful. Like she's basically stuck with being the person they work with, like their pimp, basically his object, which is horrible. And so I loved how in this movie it was deep and it was emotional and it was exciting because, you know, Cam really cared about her and wanted to know more about her and cared about her and thought she was beautiful and was worthy and not just like an object just to be played with. It was so refreshing. Again, the action scenes were great and the cinematography was great. The writing was actually not that bad. I mean, of course, there was like one really awkward scene that I was like, this is awkward. Other than that, it was a great movie. Go check it out. It's called Tracers. It stars Taylor Lautner and Marie Avgeropoulos. Give it a chance. Redbox it. Do whatever you want to, however you watch it. Thanks so much for watching. Have a wonderful night, guys. Bye.